cutting-edge fields are very, very important and relevant. It helps humanity to make progress and step forward. My name is Boglárka. I study computer science with AI specializations, and I'm from Hungary.
I'm Ken. I'm studying atmospheric sciences, and I'm from Japan.
My name is Daniel, and I'm studying cybersecurity, and I'm from Austria.
My name is Ibrahim. I'm studying computer science, specifically artificial intelligence, and I'm from Egypt.
My name's Linda. I'm a PhD student in electrical engineering, and I'm from Ecuador.
Ever since I was a small child, I was fascinated about the new technology from the US.
Whether it's from a big company or a new groundbreaking research finding, the US was always involved in producing cutting-edge technologies. So wanting to study cutting-edge fields in the US, it was a no-brainer.
There's a huge potential in AI and applying it in different fields of our lives. I've been doing research in applying artificial intelligence, machine learning-based tools and software to aid diagnosis and personalized medicine, ultimately.
Studying in the US has given me the freedom to choose what I want because of the breadth of options available. And for me personally, my care goes towards creatives and using AI to give them the best tools to achieve their vision.
I'm studying atmospheric sciences. I use numerical models, many different kinds of simulations to predict and quantify the change in the climate.
I'm really excited about the field of cybersecurity. That means I try to find solutions for cutting-edge cybersecurity threats in the future, preserve the consumer's privacy while innovating and developing new software.
I wanted to find universities that have a strong research center in intelligent transportation. And my favorite part about studying the US is that everyone has this mindset of doing things better and improving technology.
In my opinion, the US is the best place to study cutting-edge fields because you have this hub of innovation that produces the technology we're going to use today and in the future.
Greetings, everyone. Love our videos, honestly. I'm bragging a little bit, but I want to know more. I want to know where those students will go, what will happen to them. And I want to know what will happen to you all, of course, all of the good things that are waiting for you. And we are here together. I'm still Alexander Villero. I'm still EducationUSA advisor, outreach coordinator. And we are here to talk about also, we are here to count how many times I will make mistakes in word extracurricular. So far, so good. So we are going to talk about how extracurricular activities will benefit your application. We will learn how to boost your college applications by effectively utilizing your extracurricular. See, I made a mistake. So we're going to learn how to utilize extracurricular activities in your application. And to help me with this and to not make a mistake in this word that I did, we have with us Alina Yakubov. She is highly qualified international education consultant with a master's degree in European project management. Her work experience is confirmed by the realization of various international projects. So we have a very serious person with us as usual. Of course, we are bringing you the best experts. And Alina, enough of my show and performance and my mistakes in extracurricular. So far, so good. Now the floor is yours, and you people who are watching us now, will join us later, feel free to leave your questions in the comment section, and if we will manage, we will answer them right away during our online session, or we will answer them in written form later if we haven't managed. Okay, Alina, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Sasha. I hope I'll not make that many mistakes, but I think now people will pay more attention to my, to my presentation. So please don't judge us too hard. Okay, so welcome to our new session for this week. I am very excited to share with you an interesting and useful topic, which may be for a lot of students or applicants for studies in the US is now well known, where they are getting to know this during their preparation process. So we are going to talk today about extracurricular activities. I hope I will give you more information on how, on what you need to pay attention when you are when you are preparing for your application, and what you need to consider as for your extracurricular activity, as Sasha said. Okay, so in our agenda of today, we will talk what are extracurricular activities, what are soft skills, because those are dependents. We'll talk about volunteering, and I will share with you some examples. We'll talk about public speaking, and I'll offer you some public speaking tips. Also about leadership and how you can practice your soft skills. So I really hope this is going to be super useful for you. So let's start with that extracurricular activities are programs outside of the regular school curriculum. So these activities enable students to apply academic skills in a real world context. They also allow our students to reinforce the lessons learned in the classroom. So we have 4 types of extracurricular activities. We have the academic ones, like for example, we have debate clubs, student government, research. We have the creative ones, those like art classes, music, drama, and dance. We have athletic extracurriculars, competitive and leisure, and the community ones. Those are the volunteer activities, for example. And we'll talk more about the community ones definitely today. But I would like to mention that normally what those extracurricular activities would say about you and would highlight about you is the interest you have, the commitment you have, the goals you have, the hard skills and the soft skills you have. And normally in the application process and what universities are considering when reviewing your application, the extracurricular activities would make like 30% of your application in total. So we have 40%, it's your academics, then 30% would be your Common App essay and interview, and the other 30% would be the extracurricular. So as we see, those the extracurricular activities are an important part in your application. And what normally the universities are looking for, those are leadership work and positions, like you can I don't know, you can be an editor of the school newspaper or a sport team captain or a student council. You can have a student council position. You can have a part-time job, or either you are doing some sports or athletic participation, or you are part of an academic club and team, or you are acting in plays where you are playing in a band, or either you are volunteering in a community service, or you're doing an internship. That can definitely highlight yours, your chances to get admitted. So then, what are soft skills? Because as I mentioned before, those are dependent. So the soft skills are the combination of people skills, social skills, communication skills, emotional intelligence, and personality traits that make it easy to get along and work harmoniously with other people. So it's very important to definitely have those soft skills. And why those soft skills are so important is because in university education, those are important for several reasons. Companies would expect college graduates to have good communication skills, teamwork skills, problem-solving skills, and leadership skills. And the soft skills enable students to collaborate and communicate effectively with their peers, which helps them better understand concepts and deepen their learning. So they get to practice it. Then we'll talk about volunteering, which is a soft skill, and how it can help you during your preparation process, during your studies in the US, and during your when you are making your application. So you should consider that volunteering improve your mental health and well-being. You practice your social good. You are part of a community, and you are expanding your network. You gain real-world career prep and experience. You can determine your career goals. You can bolster your resume and improve job prospects. You can refine your valuable soft skills, and you can expand your perspective. So definitely volunteering, it's also an important part. Then we have some examples of volunteering activities. And I know that for most of you, volunteering activities would be like sorting garbage or, participating in different events in your community. But it's not only that. So definitely there can be park cleanups, food drives, and community outreach programs. That can be charity and organizational work. So you can volunteer for an animal shelter, for example. Then we have sustainability practices. So you can clean the ocean, the sea, the beach, the park. You can sort the garbage, as I mentioned. Then we have fundraisers. So you can participate and coordinate fundraisers. That can also be a possibility. And another soft skills would be the public speaking. So we know that strong spoken communication skills are essential for successful career or business. So according to a study by the Association of American Colleges and Universities, the majority of executives and hiring managers prioritize strong oral communication skills. So that's a very important part when they are considering an important, an important activity you should consider when you are preparing for your application. And the last is the leadership. Definitely, it's a well-known word. So leadership is an individual competence to influence your teammates. It's the ability to frame effective plans and influence others to deal with all the difficulties efficiently with proper guidance. So here we have some qualities of a good leader. So definitely that should be willpower, honesty, efficient communication, knowledge, consistency, selflessness, courage, and willpower. And how can university students expand their soft skills normally? So I would definitely recommend you to prepare practicing your soft skills and joining some extracurricular activities long before you are applying for your college or for your university. And you can start now joining clubs or societies, engage in group projects, participate in volunteering or internship. You can practice your public speaking, either that can be in class or public speaking clubs. You can do some reading that also enhance your personal growth, communication, and leadership skills. So yes, those definitely can be some tips which can help you to practice your soft skills. And we'll discuss with Sasha more in details about some questions which we have very frequent from our students on what they should consider when they are taking care about their extracurricular activities. So Sasha, you can take the floor, or how you say it, or how you said
the
that.
floor is yours. No,
okay,
the floor is still yours, and the floor is for you, those people who are watching us and those who will watch us later once again. But also, when you register to the event, you have a chance to leave your question in the registration form. So one of those questions was this: is it essential for graduate students to indicate their extracurricular activities on their CV? For example, I write my CV and indicate all my experience, research, teaching, list of publications, and don't have enough space for another information.
Okay, yes, that definitely is an important part. But what I would like to mention here that including extracurricular achievements on your academic CV can be beneficial if those are very relevant to your academic or professional pursuit. So, for example, leadership roles, volunteer work, or activities related to your field of study that can demonstrate your skills and your qualities. But however, it's important to be selective and prioritize those activities that enhance your overall profile as a candidate in your field. So if we're talking here about graduate studies, that should be definitely related to your, to your field. So yeah, I would definitely consider, it depends. So it definitely depends. Yeah.
Okay, as an experienced EducationUSA advisor, also maybe you talked about this during your presentation a little bit. You talked about this now. Are there specific types of extracurricular activities that tend to stand out more to admission committees?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've touched mostly all of them. And those of the most popular ones are the internships, the community service and volunteer work, the leadership positions, the academic club, the sports and athletic activities, the competitions, the cultural activities. And one of the most important one also can be the part-time jobs, because I think I haven't mentioned that in my presentation. Sometimes that gives also, it not only shows that you are responsible and disciplined, but it also enables you to develop important skills that can be beneficial for your future academic and professional pursuits. So through this experience, you can also gain valuable skills such as time management, financial literacy, communication skills that are vital for thriving in college and beyond. So it also shows your balance between your academic commitments and the real world responsibilities. So yes, I would definitely say that you can take one of each. So definitely that can be one activity from all of those. But I would definitely say that it doesn't depend on quantity, it depends on quality. So yeah. The admission committee is looking to see how this reflects your personality and how it will be reflected in you as part of the community.
Okay, thank you very much. We go forward. And next question. What advice do you have for students who may not have access to traditional extracurricular activities such as sports or clubs, but still want to enhance their application?
Okay, that's a good question, though. So what I can say here is actually, as I mentioned before, 30% of your, revising your application would be the extracurricular activities. The other 30% would be your academic and and how well you are studying. So I would say that instead of having those, it depends actually why you haven't had the chance to do so much extracurricular activities. But if circumstances prevented you from engaging in extracurricular activities, you can consider writing an optional supplemental essay to explain why you didn't have those. It could be that you had to work to support your family, or you faced health challenges, or had limited opportunities in your community, or maybe you lived in, let's say, I don't know, in countryside, and there is not so much possibility, to do some extracurricular activities, or you had to take care of your siblings because you have, your younger sibling, and you should take care of him or her. So yes, definitely there might be some situations like that. And in that case, you can focus more on your academics. You can get a higher score for your SAT or ACT. You can leverage any personal projects. You can highlight your leadership roles within your school. So you can still participate in some projects within your school. So do your best to participate in as many projects, not as many, but those who definitely highlight your interest in the specific major you are applying. For example, if that is, for example, like STEM, or I don't know, or art and music. So try to focus more in the time when you are studying at school to participate in that kind of projects. Then you can focus on your personal statement. You can secure strong letters of recommendation. And in the worst case, you can take a gap year. So if you feel that you are not sufficiently prepared for that, and you are not struggling to have, also a good academic record, you can take your time and work more on, on some extracurriculars. But yes, that's not one of the most, that's the worst case, definitely. So there should be many more reasons than that. But yeah, I think that can be definitely one of the some of the tips I can give. But if none of these above tips work, and yes, and you need more time to explore your interest or gain relevant experience, yes, consider to take a gap year. So during this time, you can pursue internships, you can travel, you can volunteer, or participate in many meaningful projects. So that way you can enhance your college application. And we have many cases like that when students had to take some gap year. So yes, I mean, but as I mentioned, if your application isn't sufficiently good at this moment, yes, you can definitely consider it.
Okay, and the last question that we have, could you share some examples of unconventional or less known extracurricular activities that have made a significant impact on an applicant's admissions outcomes?
Okay, so I would say that for everyone, his extracurricular activity might be his, might be his hobby, or his extracurricular activity can be something super important for him, and he would think that this definitely highlights his personality. But yes, I think I've mentioned, like, taking care of your siblings, or working on, in the farm of your family, for example. So if you have a household, and your family, for example, grows fruits and vegetables, that can be also a type of, of extracurricular activity, because you don't really have a lot of time to do something else, and you have time only to do your homework and, help your parents. The same thing with siblings. So yes, I think I can give those two as, as an unconventional, how to say unconventional, you said?
Yep.
I think
Unconventional
or lesser known extracurricular activity. Yes. But yeah, I mean, one of the most important thing I would say is, don't do activities you have no interest in, because colleges can see that really good in your resume. So try to do some activities which are really meaningful to you. So if it's super meaningful to you to help your family and to be responsible of your siblings, for example, that would give them the sense that you would have, the same approach during the period when you'll study within your university, and that's the approach you will have within the community and on campus. So I think those are kind of, those definitely can make your profile more strength.
Thank you, Alina, so much for your time and expertise. And for those who just joined us, just know that we were talking about significance of extracurricular activities for your application. Feel free to rewatch this video later whenever it's more comfortable for you. It's on our YouTube channel, so feel free to find it there. We learned how to boost our college applications by effectively utilizing our extracurricular activities. And finally, I learned how to pronounce that word. Extracurricular. See, again, made a mistake.
At the end, yes.
Anyway, you try to repeat this word by yourself at home. And also, tomorrow at the same time, we'll have another session. And this time, we're going to talk about mastering digital tools for our US colleges applications. Very interesting, very useful. Again, as always, we only do useful things here, and we hope that you will benefit from this. Again, if you're not managing to be online with us, but you still have a question, feel free to leave this question or in the comment section here, or during your registration to this event. You probably seen the registration form, and there you can leave the question. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you, Alina. Thank you, everyone who joined us, and bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.